to me, I wouldn't have thought for them to get one first round pick was okay. That's one thing. For them to get multiple first round picks unprotected, and again, that just shows you how desperate both of these teams were desperate. But the Clippers keep Terrence Mann, and the Terrence Mann will be a very important player for the Clippers, especially in the postseason. We've seen him have big postseason games a couple years ago against Utah. He's definitely not afraid of the moment. A very good player, very young player, extremely as a young player who is not afraid of the moment. I'm a Terrence Mann fan. They kept him, but to bring in a guy who it hasn't worked out anywhere he's been. It ended in Houston miserably. It ended in Brooklyn miserably, and it ended in Philadelphia miserably. James Harden has not advanced past the second round of playoffs since 2018. That's a long time ago. Remember that 7-game classic series against Golden State when Durant, when they went, Golden State went back to back, and Houston probably should have won. They have not. He's not been past the second round in almost 6 years now. And again, this is a guy who he's shaping up to be one of the most toxic stars, future Hall of Fame players in recent memory in terms of how he's ended his career. I was thinking about this. Allen Iverson, it didn't end well for Allen Iverson, who was a top 75 player. Great Philadelphia 76er, of course, iconic player as far as the culture. We know he met to the NBA, and it didn't end well for him because he wasn't willing to accept the role of being a role player. We saw how it went in Detroit and Memphis and what have you. But he wasn't toxic though. It wasn't like he was forcing himself off teams and doing shit like he wasn't ruining teams' championship hopes. Like James Harden has compromised back-to-back franchises' championship hopes. To where if he played better, Philadelphia last year should have been in the NBA Finals last year. Boston fell apart. They came apart against Miami. Miami, we know, overachieved. Milwaukee, of course, fell apart against Miami. It was right there, absolutely right there for Philadelphia to get to the finals. Now, would they have beaten Denver? Probably not. Jokic was on a mission. Denver, Murray, and Jokic were just unstoppable. They 16-4 in the playoffs. The right team won the championship last year. But at least Philadelphia probably should have made the finals. If James Harden is just 5% better, not even vintage James Harden going back to his Houston days when he led them to the Western Conference Finals and when he was a perennial top 5 MVP candidate, top 3 MVP candidate for like 4 or 5 years. Now, forget about that James Harden, but even a James Harden that would have been 5% better, that team should have got to the finals.